Welcome everyone to another live post-game edition of 410 Sports Talk. I'm Glenn Martin here with my co-host James Haskell, and DK is here, back where he belongs, helping to run the show in the background. And boy, does this feel good. It's been far too long since we've had a celebratory post-game show and not a therapy session for us and other Ravens fans. So, man, it feels good. Ravens, of course, beat the Bears 30-16, and we are excited to get into it to talk all things post-game, recap, and react. But before we do, Jimbo, how you doing, and who is responsible for this show?
That's
Jimbo?
right. I'm doing good, doing great. Like you said in pregame, Glenn, a great weekend to be a University of Utah alum. Of course, from our stomping of Colorado last night, and Tyler Huntley, of course, playing his butt off. Sorry if my kids are in the background, but I want to talk about our sponsor who has been super awesome to us, Delete Me. Look, Delete Me. Oh, gosh, it's getting bad. All right. It's getting bad. Okay, there we go. Okay, so apologies. Delete Me is one more time. I'm going to talk to you guys about Delete Me. All right, Delete Me is the best way to take control of your data and keep your private life private. Look, data brokers are everywhere. They have tons of ways and tactics and the ability to get your contact information, get your social security number and otherwise. But Delete Me is your opportunity to turn the odds, right? To get some help on your side. So the way you can get 20% off of your Delete Me plan is by going to joindeleteme.com/hit and then use that same thing in the promo code HIT. And that's the only way that our listeners will get 20% off. Guys, protect yourself. Go to joindeleteme.com/hit and enter the promo code HIT. But Glenn, I just got a couple things here before we dig in, okay?
Yeah.
So I believe that this game will go down as one of the top 5 most important Ravens games in history. Hear me out. Yep, hear me out.
Regular season.
Of course. Yes, regular season.
Okay.
This is why. Today, we are officially buyers. Would you agree?
That's a good point. Yeah, well, we definitely were going to be sellers had it not gone well.
Right, so that changes the trajectory of not this year only, but years to come.
Yeah.
Right? So that's number one. Number two, look, we don't know what could happen in the postseason this year, right? Tyler Huntley saved Eric DeCosta's job, I think. I think he had a chance to save John Harbaugh's job. I think he had a chance to keep Monken afloat, and certainly
he kept Monken in the NFL.
Right, exactly. I mean, the Ravens front office and coaching staff will be thanking Tyler Huntley by the end of this run when we're in the postseason for years to come. Years to come. I mean, this was everything for them, because think about how different the outlook is now. Now we go into Miami, say Lamar comes back, say we come out with a dub. The Bengals, I think, just lost to the Jets. Say the Steelers even lose tonight.
Let's go Bengals. Let's go Jets, by the way.
Right. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I mean, in a matter of 5 days, everything changes. The whole world changes.
Yeah. I mean, over the weekend, every Ravens fan was going, what the hell is going on over at the Castle with all the injury report, screw-ups with John having to face the music and say why he went from a full participant to limited overnight from Friday into Saturday, and now the investigations, and they're potentially losing a draft pick. Who cares? Who cares? The Ravens won. They are back in the hunt, and thank goodness the Jets are doing their part with a storming comeback to beat the Bengals. I mean, holy smokes. But yeah, Tyler freaking Huntley, you're a legend. Thank you for coming back to Baltimore and saving us from watching Cooper freaking Rush go out there. And yeah, Joshua's right. We are Green Bay fans right now. No doubt about it. I mean, boy, we have a lot to talk about. I'm going to throw up.
And while you do that, okay, so Quan says, EDC, get on the phone immediately. We need pass rushing and some damn guards. Henry can't sniff an open hole. Let's go all out, cut Cooper Rush. I want to say a couple things off the top, and hopefully I'm not stealing your thunder, but there's a few things that come to my mind from this game. And of course, we'll dig deeper. But I love seeing, first of all, shout out to Ronnie Stanley for getting hurt and coming back.
Dude, he looked bad. He was wailing on the ground.
Yeah, and I tell you what, man, I know people have had their opinions of Ronnie Stanley, but you can't say the dude's not tough.
No.
Tough. Tries to get out there, fights hard. I mean, we've seen him limping in practice. The way he's back now is just incredible. And I love seeing Ronnie on the outside. Blocking in the second level, man. And he's got to love it too, but it just looks right. Like the world is right.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It just looks like it's supposed to be.
Yeah, I think Jax is right. I think got hit in the nads, dude. I mean, what other would make you react that strongly and then you're back in a couple days, in a couple plays?
Twist, maybe. Like a temporary, like a, you know what I'm saying? Like a, but yeah, you're right. I'm just trying to think of any other thing. Probably.
I think he took one to the sensitives.
Shots that's like it's guttural. You know what I'm talking about? Where it's like, oh, it just hurts in the stomach.
And no doubt, no doubt.
Brutal. But no. So this is the other thing I want to say too. I think we got to give a little bit of a shout out to Mike Green. We saw something today early on. And later in the game, he was early, but even later in the game, he was sniffing the quarterback. That's something, right? It's better than what we've had.
Yeah. Oh, we're gonna get into all of it. What was that super? I don't think. Did we read it?
I read it. Yeah, I read it.
Okay. All right. Cool. Okay. Cool. Ravens O's Nation says, please, Green Bay, I'm begging you to win tonight. Yeah. I mean, you talk about stars aligning. If Green Bay is able to pull off the win, then this week could not have gone any better for Ravens fans. I mean, this is it was really amazing to watch this team rally, come back off a bye. I guess we should have expected them to look different, but man, I mean, the defense looked better. And this isn't your old Bears team. This is a Bears team who's won 4 games in a row and has been putting points on the board. They're, I think, the best in the league at turnover ratio at like plus 16. I mean, this has been a really good Bears team. So I think that was a very impressive win, especially considering we don't win a lot of games without Lamar under center here lately. And to pull that off in such a pivotal moment was absolutely incredible to see. Blue Eli says, okay, Ravens, you are going to most likely get Lamar on Thursday. You have all the important pieces back on offense. Let's build on this momentum. Snoop Dogg. Yes, he was a dog. And boom, I got it on the screen right now. And we're going to go over the Bears as well. But let's start with 17 of 22, Jimbo. 186, a touchdown, no interceptions. He was sacked just twice. 116 passer rating. And then on top of that, 8 carries for 53 yards. Jimbo, he's trucking DBs out there, throwing his weight around. I mean, Tyler freaking Huntley. I think he was inspired by what the Utes did last night to Dion's Colorado team to go out there and put on a show, Jimbo.
Yeah, no, absolute poise. One of the things I've noticed about Tyler as he's improved as a player, you probably remember this when he was young with the Ravens, and certainly I remember this at Utah. He's always had an arm on him, but his release takes forever. He throws it like a pitcher. You know what I mean? Like it's not
big wind up.
Yeah. And I feel like he's shortened that up a bit. I think that's helped him a lot. And of course the run, I think the biggest thing is this, Glenn, let's never, while we have Lamar Jackson on our team, get a guy that makes us change systemically who we are if Lamar's out. Even if you think that the other guy is a smidge better, which I mean, Cooper Rush is not, but theoretically, right? I can see how you could get there and say, well, Cooper Rush is better backup. But if you have to change your stripes, does he now make you a better team? I think the answer is always and indefinitely no, as long as we have Lamar Jackson.
Yep, I think that is very well said. 100% agree. That's what a lot of guys in my that were over here were saying. Like, what the hell were they thinking? Trying to revamp the entire offense in case Cooper Rush was inserted. And I think we saw Tyler Huntley fits this scheme much better. Let's keep going down here. Baltimore's rushing attack. Derrick Henry, 21 carries, 71 yards, only 3.5 a carry. But look, right there, 2 touchdowns on the board. And look, there wasn't a ton of open holes, but when there were, Derrick Henry was finding them. And of course, he did what matters most. He was on the field inside the 5-yard line, and we handed him the damn ball, which was nice to see from Todd Monken's questionable red zone scheme that we've seen all season.
Because there's a skill to gaining yards in a short yardage situation. It's not just who's bigger. It's not just who's taller, who can stretch further, whatever. Derrick Henry is all of those things, but it's not just that. There's a skill to it. And he can do it in his sleep. He's been doing it his whole life. So the difference between him rushing it in a short yardage situation in comparison to a tush push to Mark Andrews is significant. We saw that today. When that hole was plugged, he bounced it to the outside, right? Like, Mark Andrews isn't doing that. I'm not saying we're putting Mark Andrews in that situation either with a tush push or falling forward, but there is a skill to doing that, right? Yeah. So shout out to Derrick Henry. Dude, I'm convinced. So if you noticed, Derrick Henry, after he cut off the dreads, had the straight braids. He's got the little tie in the back. The dread is coming back, it looks like. This is the first time I've noticed it, dude.
You think so? That is his power, the dreads?
Dude, this is where it starts, baby. This is the run. My buddy texted me, said, congratulations on the game. I sent him back the meme that's the Joker saying, and here we go. Because this is a different Ravens team now. I just want to say this also, Glenn. Just remember, I've been talking about this. I went through my moment of negativity, but I did say this. Just want to say. Anyway, Darian B says, bro, the Ronnie injury almost sent me. For real. It looked bad.
Because that would have been a real damper on things while we were riding high to see Ronnie go down. And it looked bad. I mean, the way he was wailing on the ground, I'm like, oh my gosh, this dude's done. And then he's back in there in just a couple plays. So shout out to Ronnie for once again showing and displaying the toughness that he's really shown all his entire career. And look, we got a next guy right on here. Jimbo, do you remember when we were on here going, where is Keaton bleeping Mitchell? And everyone said, and what did they say, Jimbo? Oh, he can't come onto the field because they'll key on him. The defense will key on him. And he doesn't pass block well enough. He doesn't play special teams well enough. You guys don't know ball. He cannot be active. Well, what did he do? I mean, how was he able to turn 4 carries into 43 yards, Jimbo, when the defense was keying on him? That's what we were told.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean, the announcers, Ian Eagle, isn't that his name? He said it. Keaton's just got a different gear. It's just a God-given gear.
Yes.
Like, it just, I mean, you can't teach all of it. Now, he's also said he should have gone out of bounds, which, whatever, I don't care. He got the first down. That's job number 1. But ultimately, you're right. I mean, the dude is just electric in a bottle, and I want to see more of him. I hate to say this, but instead of a Justice Hill, unless it's third down and clearly a passing down. Like, clearly. And even then, right? Like, can he get open and do his thing? But the thing that I think is exciting, Glenn, that I think people are overlooking, that I think maybe Monken finally is starting to understand, it clicked for me, and maybe this clicked for him beforehand. Honestly, Derrick Henry does a lot of outside stuff. Like, we don't need to fundamentally change our play. Like, you can run those same plays to Keaton Mitchell. It will look different, but it's not like you can't use your same playbook. You have to dial up special things. Derrick Henry does plenty of outside stuff, does tons of work on the outside.
He's great on outside zone. Yeah, absolutely.
So why can't we just give it a different look, run the same play?
Yeah, because Keaton can outrun a linebacker to the edge. As great as Derrick Henry is, he's not doing that. Right. I mean, he might mush their head into the ground when they meet at the edge, but the point is that Keaton Mitchell brings that other element that nobody else on this team has, and that's that explosiveness. I mean, this dude is just, I mean, he'll just outrun you. I mean, he'll just outrun you to the edge and turn the corner. So, great to see him out there getting more looks.
No, I know. Yeah, I agree. I know we're going through this list, but I just want to take a quick sidebar. Did I tell you about Caleb Williams?
Well, look. Yeah, I mean, look, Caleb Williams had some okay plays today, but I mean, you rattle him. We finally rattled a quarterback, Jimbo. We finally affected a quarterback's comfortability.
Now, it's not saying much that we rattled him. I don't think he's the most mentally strong quarterback in the NFL, but
you take all opportunities.
I just don't. Dude, have you read any of the snippets of his book?
No.
Oh, it's insane. The entitlement and
the narcissism.
Oh my gosh, it is endless. And that man is in a full-on relationship with himself.
But you do have to have look. We're not going to talk about Caleb, but you do have to have some of that to get where these guys are. That unshakable belief in yourself.
Belief in yourself, but you fight for your teammates. You don't fight for yourself.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. You fight for those around you.
Yeah.
But look. Let's Zay Flowers.
Yep.
In a game where we needed to see something from Zay. We can't just keep watching this guy disappear.
Yep.
And we did see something. 7 catches, 63 yards. We expect that to only go, kind of through the roof once Lamar's back out there. Rashad Bateman had a nice big catch today. Couple grabs, 2 catches, 51 yards. Mark Andrews, had that ball get knocked out. Luckily, it went out of bounds, but 3 catches, 34 yards from Mark. DeAndre Hopkins, of course, comes in, gets his one huge catch.
Dude, how mad were you?
Yes.
But how mad were you that they kept coming back to that? Like, guys, the play is 3 plays over. Like, it's dead and gone, and I understand it's important, but, like, I don't know. I wasn't a big fan of them going back to it over and over and over again. Like, this is what makes, like you said, Glenn, sure, maybe there was some action there, and maybe if he wasn't a Raven, I'm upset at that. Henry, can you stop banging on my chair? It's just wailing on my chair with a plastic hammer. But the thing about DeAndre is that this is what makes him great.
Yeah.
He forces you to engage in hand fighting, thus making it very difficult to call that type of a penalty. So I don't think the referees botched anything. I don't think this is just absolute botchery here.
Yeah, I mean, I think they missed one, and if we were on the other side, we'd be disappointed, but who cares? We got that one. We deserve one, we deserve one.
Yeah.
Doc Aved says Snoop Huntley's performance today just might end up being as significant as Ray Rice's 4th and 29 conversion, a season saver. Well said, because you're right. I mean, if we don't win this game, I'm not so sure Lamar's playing on Thursday. I'm not so sure other guys who are banged up are motivated to get out there and play on Thursday on a short week when they're already, beat up. the motivation level went through the roof after that win, and I think it would have been the complete opposite effect had we laid an egg today and ended up losing. So, yeah, I think that's a really good point. Let's see here. Let's keep going through.
Yeah.
You know, I need to see more out of Isaiah Likely. This guy,
he had a penalty today. That was it, right?
he had a couple catches, but he had,
Did he?
Yeah, 2 catches. They were nothing catches. They were really short. I mean, the one was like an extension of the run, and it was decent. But, gosh, stop getting penalties, bruh. Stop it. Driving me crazy. Amadou, appreciate you becoming a YouTube member. Thank you so much. Appreciate the support, no doubt about it.
You guys are liking DK's musings. Every episode they get better, so make sure you guys check it out.
Now, I will take and admit the hit that I take on offense because I said Justice Hill would had a good game. Okay, maybe I was wrong about that.
Hey, however, you're happy to be wrong because Keaton Mitchell took off.
That's right. But however, I did pick Roquan as my defensive player. He had 12 tackles today, bounced back after being injured for a few weeks, 7 of which were solo. So shout out to Roquan for getting out there and kind of helping bottle up that rush attack that had been pretty stout. I mean, pretty impressive from the Chicago Bears. Nate Wiggins, I mean, our boy.
This is what it is, right? Like we've talked about, how many times have we been on the show, Glenn, and talked about, well, there was 3 minutes left in this game or 5, whatever it was. You know, we're halfway through the fourth. We're more than halfway through the fourth, and we need to play.
Yeah.
We need to play on defense. That's what the Ravens' entire franchise has been built on. We need the play. And, I mean, it's felt like a long time since we've been there, right?
Yep.
And Nate Wiggins came through, man. And shout out to Nate Wiggins because, let's be honest, he was getting picked on today.
Well, I mean, I think what we found is that Nate Wiggins is accepting the challenge of the best, the number one receiver. He wants to follow him. He wants to embrace that challenge. And look, he's still a young guy, super competitive. Obviously, still has a lot of growth in this game.
He hung
in there, and he made the play when he had the opportunity to make it.
And the cool thing, Glenn, is that he learned from the reps. You can tell that interception was only made because he learned from the reps. He was studying that whole game. Sure, he's getting beat, but when his moment came, he knew what was going to happen. And boom, took complete advantage of it. He wasn't sulking. He wasn't wasting those, lost reps. He's using them to add fodder, and to add to his bank of understanding. I thought that was pretty impressive on his part.
Yeah, what a career that guy's going to have if he stays healthy. Holy smoke. Sean Pisker is back.
He's back.
Appreciate you, Sean. He says, my guys, sorry I've been MIA, been insane at work, but I'll always be here. Love you guys. We finally won. Wiggins, DB1. Yes, he is. He is no doubt the DB1 here in Baltimore. And as much as, we all love Marlon, we need him out there. I think it's pretty clear if there's a number one receiver opposite on the offensive side of things, we're going to have Nate Wiggins making sure he's on that guy. Shout out to him. Also, like you mentioned early, we didn't see a ton of Mike Green, but what we did see, that flash in the pan that chop move he put on the left tackle to get to Caleb Williams in a huge situation. Let's not forget, they had 2 drives where they got stopped just outside the end zone. If either of those go for a touchdown, you just never know. These are human beings. You never know if you're down 14-0 compared to 6-0, how that could have changed this game. This game could have got out of hand, got us out of game script. We know how Monken is when game script gets out of hand. He could have started throwing some wild-ass play calls in there. So shout out to, in a big moment, even though it was pretty much his only play I really saw him make, it was a huge play. It's Mike Green. Appreciate you out there.
Does it say on here? Let me see. Does it account for pressures? Because I think there was at least one other where he was right on his heels.
It only counts QB hits, and he didn't get any other QB hits.
But yeah, you're right. I mean, progression is progression, production is production, and shout out to Mike Green on that one. Executed, won his matchup, which is what we need. We need our guys winning our matchups up front because Trenton Simpson, full speed running into the guy in front of him, just getting bear hugged, is not sustainable, right?
No.
Kyle Hamilton being one of our pass rushers is okay in spots, not sustainable. We need the big guys up front that are paid to do this. Right?
Yeah, that's why you're paid.
Right, 100. This is your job description and really nothing else. So let's go out there and get it done. Let's see. You want to put up this super chat, DK? Yeah, thank you. What the Flog 1373 says. Anyone else notice after second Bears drive, Zoe didn't have play sheet. It went to Chuck. Was it a surprise? Besides Swift play, we're great.
I didn't notice that. It'd be interesting to see. DK, do you see anything on Twitter about Zo handing over the play sheet? Did Chuck become the play caller? That would have been That would certainly be news. I think Ravens fans may welcome that. It would be, man, I was really hoping that Zo would be the one who'd be able to get this thing turned around. But whatever it takes, if it takes Chuck, Pagano becoming the play caller, then we'll take, whatever it is to get this defense turned around, because they're way too good to be playing the 32nd statistically worst defense in the league. You can't have it. Appreciate the super chat. But yeah, Swift had, really, he didn't really have a ton of plays. We have it right up on the chat here. On the screen here. Let's start with Caleb, though. Caleb Williams, 25 of 38. Not a great completion percentage. 285, 7.5 yards on average with an interception, no touchdowns, was sacked just that one time by Mike Green, had a 77 quarterback rating, clearly outplayed by Tyler Huntley, the Ute. And then rushing right there, DeAndre Swift, who's had a pretty good year for them, 11 carries, just 45 yards, did come into the game banged up, which may have impacted how much he was used. But under 4.7 yards per carry, Jimbo, just 4.1, did have the touchdown and a long of 13 yards. Caleb Williams cracked off that one long run of 22. Other than that, he was pretty much bottled up. Roma Dunze, go ahead.
I was going to say, before we talk about our receivers, can you hear me okay? Lisa Ann said you can't hear me, but yeah.
Loud.
Okay, cool. So one of the things I was going to say is I feel like Swift has been an underrated, under-discussed, at least nationally, maybe not in Chicago, part of their 4-game run that they just had. And I think we did a good job at mitigating his impact, like you were saying. He had some rushing yards, had some decent plays, but overall, I think we did an excellent job at mitigating his impact on the game as much as possible. I think that was key. I also just want to say that I think Caleb potentially spent too much time practicing getting the manicure in before the game. Getting the nails painted up, getting them all painted up.
He just will not miss an opportunity.
Gotta point out the mic with the painted nails. Nothing against the painted nails, but you gotta win if you're gonna do that, in my opinion. I just don't feel like you can do that and lose.
Yeah, well, he certainly lost today. Roma Dunze, 7 catches, 114 yards. Some of that was in garbage time, but he had a decent game out there.
Legit, though, man. My first time watching a full game of him. He's a baller.
Yeah, I think he's going to have a good career. DJ Moore, of course, the Terp, 4 catches, 73 yards, had a couple plays out there. Colston Loveland, number 10 pick in the draft. Even in Cole Kmet's absence due to the injury, he still only puts up 3 catches for 38 yards. Zacchaeus, 7 catches, just 33 yards. Really couldn't get anything going as they tried to get him the ball. Just couldn't get anything going at all. Montez Sweat, like we talked about. Who did we talk about as their 2 best pass rushers, Jimbo?
Yep.
Dexter and Sweat.
You brought up was Sweat, man.
Yep. And those 2, again, they were the only 2 to really get their hands on Huntley. But yeah, look, this was an excellent win. Shout out to Don C. 5 gifted memberships. Don C, you are a legend. Appreciate your generosity and support as always. Make sure you guys check to see if you're one of the lucky members to get that free gifted membership. Amadou says, Ravens fan all the way from Senegal. Senegal. Wow, this one felt good. Wait a minute. Are you there now? Is that what he's saying? Or is he from there? Wow, that is dope. Yeah, man. What's Amadou, have you ever been to a Ravens game? You ever been to America? Or is this all just from afar watching? That is pretty freaking cool how far the Ravens fans are across this beautiful globe.
Now, the other thing I do want to talk about as we're all right, let me read this real quick. Did you guys notice that we didn't play a relevant type defense in the fourth quarter? They kept up the pressure. I read we were shopping for corners. Please no, get D-line and O-line. They did keep up the pressure, which is what we liked. Glenn has talked about this for a while. If we're going to go down, let's go down swinging in the story. Right? Let's get after them and live with the results because we've already invested so much in the secondary. By the way, terrible call against, that Marlon Humphrey play was clearly a fumble.
Yeah. Oh, yes. What is with this forward progress bullshit?
Yeah, the ref didn't want to get it. It wasn't even 3 steps. I'm guessing that's what DK is saying. Like, it wasn't even a catch.
How could you call forward progress stop when it was a play like that? That's like at the end of the game when Derrick Henry bounced off of somebody. Why didn't they call forward progress stop there? You play to the whistle. If you want to stop forward progress, blow the freaking whistle, and then the play is over.
Yep.
That is the stupidest thing. How can it was the ball popped out like that. It's not like they were holding him and wrestling him. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, all the ref wanted to do was avoid. After he looked at it again, he's like, dude, I'm not getting into whose ball this is. I'm not doing it. That's exactly what it was. It was just straight up survival.
Dude, that shit pissed me off. Like, forward progress, blow your whistle. It was a bang play. What do you mean? When was the progress stop? When the fumble was occurring? Oh my God. That shit had me pissed off, Jimbo. You just touched on. Thank you for bringing that up because I was hot, boy.
Yeah,
I was hot. What the flock said? I'm not positive. It went to Chuck, but it wasn't in Zio's hand past the second drive. I don't know, but defense played great. Let's go, boys. Lamar back on Thursday Night Football. Let's go, boys. Yeah. I mean, look, I hope he's back out there. I really do because, look, Miami hasn't looked good all year, but they just beat the hell out of Atlanta in Atlanta today.
Atlanta's such a conundrum this year. They're such a head scratcher, aren't they?
They are. They're so up and down. It's like, yeah, they're frustrating. I mean, if I was an Atlanta fan, I'd be super pissed. But can I just say this, as well as the defense played? David Ajabo is such a non-factor. Like, every time he's in there, I'm watching him. I'm just like, what are you good at? What are you even okay at? Yeah. Like, he is just there. He is a body and nothing else but a body.
No explosion, no strength. Because you can win in a multitude of ways at the position. I think you can use – now, generally using combination of all three. But guys will primarily use strength, speed, technique, things like that, right? But he has no strength, no speed, and no technique. Like, you can't have a no. You can be just strong and quick and maybe not have great technique, or you can have great technique and be kind of slow and kind of weak, but none of the above, dude. You know what I'm saying?
DK thinks he's a part of some sort of – the FBI needs to investigate Ajabo for his incredible lack of talent and production. I mean, he can't even contain Jimbo.
No.
Not only does he not pressure, he easily allows the quarterback to roll out on his side. Just no problem. He is an absolute dumpster fire of a player. I'd be happy if he was gone yesterday. Like,
yep.
I wish they would have packaged him with Owe and got him out of here.
They're brothers, right?
Yeah, get him out of here with him. He is absolutely horrible.
My mom used to have a rule: if one of you go, both of you go.
Exactly.
If one of you can't go to the party, neither of you can go to the party.
That's right. I tell you what, like you mentioned earlier, that whole trade, rumors and who they're targeting. I really, really hope that it's not a corner. Like, we need edge help. Yeah. We need it, man.
And I feel no sympathy for this guy. But did you see Myles Garrett flipping out on the sideline after having a 5-sack day?
No.
He slammed his helmet on the ground, screaming everywhere.
That's what you signed up for, buddy.
You're a loaded gun. This is what you decided you were going to be. You focused more on being a mercenary than your career. This is what you get. Because you could have gotten paid somewhere else. You could have gotten paid somewhere else, dude. Yep. But you decided to take the paycheck right in front of you, and this is what you get. Now, obviously, there's no chance we would ever get Myles Garrett unless he was on the open market because the Browns. Now, they've made some intra-division trades, but it's certainly not going to be with Myles Garrett and the Baltimore Ravens, that's for sure. We need somebody, man. We absolutely do.
And look, it might be the Giants might finally be ready to sell after.
Dude, did you see the injury?
I feel bad for Scatterbo, man.
Dude, the injury was brutal.
Yeah, that joint was sideways, that ankle.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. If I'm him, I'm telling Coach when I come back, don't you dare call me a passing play ever again.
Well, he just called an 18-yard touchdown like a couple
plays you give me that ball. Before. He does one thing very well.
Yeah, I mean, look,
into other human beings.
I want him to get the ball any which way he can,
That's
but
true.
That was
like,
just
man, that was
bad luck, man. Bad luck.
Terrible.
Even Dart was like visibly shaken by it. But yeah, I hope the Ravens are aggressive at the edge position. Even if, look, I'd like them to get more than just an edge. I like them to pair it with an interior defensive lineman, but at the very least, because I think the interior is playing good enough as far as run defenders, they're not gonna get you a lot as far as pass rush, but that's okay. We have got to get someone on the edge that can affect the passer. Just have to. I mean, look, Thibodeau's not going to get paid by the Giants, so I assume he's on the market.
Yeah.
Miami has got to be sellers even after the win today. I can't imagine they think they're going anywhere, but I guess maybe they still have some hope. What's up with who was it? Judon I saw was getting linked to the Ravens. I haven't even looked at what his production level has been this year. If he's too old.
It's better than.
But somebody needs to come here in Baltimore because now we have hope. 30-16, man. Gosh, it was a great day in Baltimore.
Yeah, no, I agree, 100%. Last thing I'll say about Scatterboo is they play on a turf. Not they, the Eagles play on a turf grass hybrid, whatever that is.
Really?
I do wonder. I was just reading about it a second ago. I do wonder. I feel like grass, when you get like stuck up under somebody like that, I feel like the turf has more grip. And I just wonder if in a situation where the grass would be more forgiving. You know what I'm saying? Because you're able to rip it up and kind of
Grass
move your
is
foot.
always the better option.
Yeah, man. Something needs to be done, dude.
Yeah, it's too much money,
we
man.
talked about this, right? Like DK talked to us about this. Soccer players will not play on turf. Like they refuse.
If they can use their muscle to bully owners into real grass, I'm sure the NFL could do it.
Yeah, 100%.
NFL players, just team together. The PA.
We're done. Like this is it. But anyway, no. Yeah, man. Great win for the Baltimore Ravens. Short week. We got to get back and shut the door on this.
Let me ask you this, Jimbo.
What's up?
What do you think about now? This might be just because I'm riding the high of the win. I'm feeling good. What if they say, you know what? Let's give Lamar another 10 more days.
No.
All right.
No.
I'm just saying, if he's got any, because what we don't want is him to go out there and get hurt and then he's gone for the rest of the year. That's my only thing. Like, if you feel any tweaks still in there, if you feel any discomfort,
well, I mean, I guess you have to then, because
you could buy him 10 more days.
Lamar's he's made it clear that if he feels anything, he's not playing. He's made it clear. And this isn't the first
what they're saying. We don't know what's really going on.
This isn't the first time that we've been in this situation, and that's fine. That's the stance Lamar wants to take. That's okay. Like, I'm not gonna be upset at him about it, but he's just not. He's not gonna limp up and down the field, and I understand that.
Yeah.
I'm not here bashing him for that. I'm just saying that is what it is. So Lamar may not feel ready.
Right? And then I would say if you don't feel ready, I don't want to say that because Miami did play well today. And look, people are saying that Atlanta didn't have their starter. Kirk Cousins is not. I mean, it's not like they went to Cooper Rush.
He's not a backup.
Like, he might be at this point on the depth chart, but this guy has a very long career and history of 30 touchdown seasons. And I think he had like how many straight 25 plus yard touchdown or 25 plus touchdown passing seasons in a row. It was insane. So it's not like Atlanta was still trotting a pretty decent quarterback out there today.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, I got to be honest, he's first ever in getting paid.
Yes, he is. Mercenary number one, baby.
Dude, holy crap. For who he is as a player, that man
he's maximized his value.
Got him paid. Pulling up in a minivan, I'm sure, too.
Yeah, probably. I mean, he's also might be the corniest dude in the league, but I love it because he just embraces the corny. He's like, yeah, that's who I am. Who cares? That's who I am.
Absolutely. No, I mean, look, we got a lot to dig into. Of course, tons of positivity. There'll be opportunity to kind of dig deeper into what we can expect moving forward. But this was a much-needed win for the Ravens. I said it at the top of the show. I'll say it again. Top 5 most important at the end of the season. This will be the top five most important regular season wins in Baltimore Ravens history because this changes the trajectory for this year and years to come. I wholeheartedly believe that. Tyler Huntley, the man, gets it done. But we got to talk about the defense still. We got a lot of things to talk about coming up. Great win, dude. You got more?
Yeah, no, it's short week, so we'll be back. Obviously, not only to further recap what we saw this week, but also to quickly turn the page to the Miami Dolphins because that game's right around the corner, and we could put the nail in the coffin of the Miami Dolphins and truly make them sellers. I kind of like that. The Ravens don't have a lot of time to think like, let's do what we just did. Let's not have all the toys back in. They don't have a lot of time to add the toys back into this offense, right? Like, let's keep it basic like we just did. Even if Lamar's back, we can still keep it relatively basic. Let's not outsmart ourselves because there was still some questionable red zone play calling from Tom Monken, particularly in the first half of the game. So I like that we don't have a whole lot of time to go adding new toys back into the offense.
Yeah, I agree. Kevin Johnson says bittersweet dub with Huntley. He should have been our QB 2 from the get. Yeah. Also,
well, he wasn't even I don't think he joined the team till
he was on the Browns
or something, right?
Yeah, he was on the Browns and that whole debacle.
But to your point earlier, Jimbo, you're 100% right. We should never, and a lot of this is hindsight, of course, because I look at Cooper Rush. He was 9-5 as a starter, 9-4. He had 21 touchdowns, 10 picks in his career. I'm like, okay,
but you can get there.
But no, you don't change the whole offense.
Yeah, I like Don C. B more now. I like his comment here. Jimmy and Glenn, most importantly, Howard, Tanya, my favorite Martin, Katie, and the kids. All good on this front. I'm sure Glenn has the same. But my favorite part is he's concerned about you, DK, and your sobriety. You doing okay? Doing okay, DK? All right, 2 thumbs up for DK, Don. I don't know if that means he's deep in the bottle or if he's fighting the good fight, but
There
He's
you go.
good.
Katie says, hey. Katie says, hey, Don. Appreciate you.
He's here and he can type correctly. He's articulating his words without any mistakes. So I think he's doing good, Don.
You know what? I'm shocked to see so many people trying to trade Keaton Mitchell away.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I get wanting to get a pass rusher, but I'm not so sure I want to get Keaton Mitchell out of here. You know, especially when we consider, like, you never know what could happen. Bumps and bruises occur. I don't want to have a game where Derrick Henry's not available to play and there's no Keaton Mitchell.
Yeah.
I don't want that to be a reality. So, man, that would be a tough call. Keaton Mitchell for Thibodeau.
Yeah.
I guess, well, I mean, Thibodeau would be the more impact because he'd play more downs and he would be. But, man, I wouldn't want to watch Keaton go put on a show and break off 60-yard tutties in New York. You know?
Yeah. Now, the other thing I'll say, too, is that it is nice that we're on a short week because this gives us another week of clarity before the bye.
Yeah.
I mean, not the bye, excuse me.
The trade deadline.
Trade deadline.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, we want to make moves as soon as we can, but this allows for us to understand where we're at.
Yeah.
So I think that's also to our advantage. But I think that's it for us, folks. Yep. Appreciate you guys coming out. We'll be back 2 times this week, of course, and then right after the game to make it a third at the very least. So make sure you stay tuned. If you're not if you don't have your notifications on, turn them on, and we'll talk to you guys soon.
See you.